Just opened him up there. Don't think this pitch will have a lot of pace in it. They've been watering it the last couple of days. I think they felt that they'd left it too dry. There has been a drought here in Barbados, and it's been very, very dry. They've had to get a lot of water in it, and that's why it was slightly darker in colour this morning. Yeah, just averaging 30. What are the standard of first-class pitches like? I always look at that and say, what sort of pitch are they playing on?
They've definitely improved, I must say, Nasser.
Straight away, he's off the mark. And he's going to be off the mark with a boundary as well. That will ease the nerves.
It will indeed. He's opened his account in Test cricket. John Campbell, who made his first-class debut in 2014. Nice soft hands. Just allow the ball to come to him. Something that you expect from an opening batsman.
Again, just squirted away. And again, it's going to hurry away for 4. 2 boundaries in the over for Campbell. It's 8 for none.
It will be a testing period for both openers. And there's a fair amount of moisture, and you would expect as the day progresses, this pitch will become easier for batting.
Short, cut away, not timed, but the outfield is quick, and it runs away for another boundary. That's 3 for Campbell. Another example of how he wants to put bat to ball.
His approach gives an indication as to his state of mind. Very relaxed. He's not overawed by the situation. Making his Test debut, the 317th Windies player to get to this level. And so far, he's looked good.
Oh, it's full now. Pad first, going down the leg side. Anderson and Root. And a debate, not going to use the review, but that's the length for Anderson.
Yeah, very different from what we saw in previous deliveries. Just went a little bit fuller, maybe a little bit quicker through the air as well. Hurried John Campbell. Luckily for him, it looked like it was going down the leg side.
Too short and just dealt with. Dispatch for 4.
Sankaran not as quick as Jimmy Anderson. His delivery just stood up. John Campbell had a lot of time to look at it and then played his shot. It's good positive cricket at the top of the innings from the Windies.
Over backward point. Slashed away by Campbell. It was in the air best, though I think it is at backward point. But it went too quickly. It was too high over his left-hand shoulder.
Well, he went at this really hard, John Campbell. Really slashed it away. That's very straight. He have been pitching just outside leg.
Anderson, I think, just suggesting it was too high. It's one of the things you've got to bear in mind here at Kensington, that traditionally there's a reasonable carry and bounce from a length. Yeah, it's hit him above the flap of the pad on the thigh pad. He played that one late as well, just coming in on the angle. Danger there is if he looks to play it too hard and square, he could easily drag on because it was quite close to him, but he played it in controlled fashion.
Oh, a beauty.
It was. It kind of angled in and just held up a little off the seam. Anderson splitting his fingers on the seam and the ball just wobbling down. Enough movement there to take it past the outside edge.
Nicely done. 7th boundary for Campbell. He's up to 36. The score 41.
Oh, it's a brave shot, is this? Not much idea of let's have a look.
It looks to me like he naturally wants to play positively, perhaps also thinking about putting Moeen Ali under pressure straight away. Another one, top edgy. It's not going to carry to Sam Curran, but they will come back for a couple. Beautiful shot through extra cover. He moves into the 40s.
This is a really aggressive shot. A little bit on the rise, confidence. Nothing wrong with the delivery from Ben Stokes. Plenty of room in the crowd. It's a good crowd.
Edged and down to the 3rd man boundary. 54 without loss.
Well, it's in the air, is this? Down to 3rd man, no 3rd man. The slip cordon between 3rd slip and gully. Thousands here from the UK. Seen the cruise ships in as well. I can't see one just at the minute. There were 3 in yesterday.
Sweeps again. There are 2 noises given straight away. Now Campbell has just been called back by Brathwaite. He's on debut and it's not straightforward to go and use the DRS on debut. He might have forgotten, but he's had a discussion and he's on his way.
Well, that's a shame for John Campbell. This is what he's looking for. He always is. If somebody wants to sweep against him, just ball it straight. If you miss it, you're in big trouble. I don't think there's much doubt about that, but he played so well. Just needed to steady down a touch, but Moeen Ali gets that breakthrough. Campbell just fancied him too much. He's gone for 44. He's 54 for 1.
Highly talented Shea Hope bats at number 3 for Windies. His side given a good start by John Campbell, who swept once too often. Closing in on 50 on debut. Dismissed for 44. It's a big series for Shea Hope. He's had success against England, notably those 200s, both scored at Headingley in the same test. But his form of late has not been what he wants. He has a chance in this series, and particularly in this game on this pitch right now, to put that right. The sweep that brought the downfall of John Campbell on debut. Just missed it, hit the front pad. The 2 noises were ball onto front pad and then onto back leg. No bat involved. Nice shot from Brathwaite. The outfield is quick enough. His 2nd boundary.
Well, Brathwaite's a very watchful player, quite a defensive player. The ball very full length outside off stump.
Flipped leg side. Bairstow is going to have to just throw it back. That might have gone all the way. For a moment it looked like it had gone straight up in the air, and Bairstow was poised quite deep for the shot, but it's in the end carried all the way for 6.
And he'll push Bairstow back there towards the giant screen. Just hitting with the spin, the middle of the bat.
Beautiful. And Stokes almost essayed a Michael Holding type kick up the ground after the ball proceeded to be halfway to the boundary.
Yeah, he realised it was in the slot. It really was. A throw down to a high-class player, and he doesn't miss out.
Gets it away from Brett Bairstow at that deep mid-wicket position. So bouts of aggression now in the second hour's batting from Craig Brathwaite, who was 5 after the first hour.
That's twice, and he's got 10 runs from it, but he was never in real control, and that's why Bairstow's out there. Just lost control of the bat face slightly through impact. England won't mind that with Bairstow just hovering at deep mid-wicket. Maybe get him a fraction straighter. Shot. Beautiful shot. That's twice now Hope has driven Stokes straight down the ground. And that was his best shot so far. Balanced, timing, had everything about it.
And what the West Indians will want to see is this guy carry on for long periods in Test match cricket, not just give them 2 fours, 2 stunning drives. They want to see 3 hours of this. Indeed it is. And lunch, says the umpire. A good morning's work for the Windies, having won the toss and elected to bat first. John Campbell, who looks towards Chris Gayle, his countryman, as one of the people he looks up to, got into the 40s on debut. And Brathwaite back to doing what Brathwaite does, batting the entire session, 31 from 89. And the attractive Shea Hope, 14 from 38. 89 for 1, 30 overs in the session. A solid morning's work for the West Indian batsmen. 89 for 1. Brathwaite batting through the entire session, 31 from 89 deliveries. John Campbell, an attractive 44 in Test match debut, and a 14 not out to Shea Hope. Sam Curran opened the bowling with Jimmy Anderson. Neither were able to make any breakthroughs. In fact, the wicket that was picked up went to the off-spinner Moeen Ali, 1 for 32.
Anderson it will be from the Malcolm Marshall end. Pulled a decent enough spell at the start of play for the first hour. $100 up for the Windies. An excellent foundation they have set this morning at the Kensington Oval. That's why the man is out there. Just every so often Adil Rashid will send down a long hop. Saves the boundary, but it's a single that brings up the 50 partnership between 2 players who enjoy batting together.
This time he does get it away. Missed out in the previous over. This was a slightly better ball. Doesn't miss out this time.
Played that with really nice fast hands. Bit of extra bounce. Right on top and nice full swing of the bat.
Nice drive, beautiful drive. Well, this over's going to dent the economy of Jimmy Anderson. He'd only gone for 6. Oh, they love it. The crowd love it. 2 boundaries in the over, high-class boundaries.
And that last one, fair enough. Get up there looking for some swing. And you met with a good shot. Good stride in. Got over it nicely.
There's that movement. Fraction fuller, and he'd nicked that just back of a length, and he missed it.
And as expected, he's getting a little bit more bounce than Jimmy Anderson.
Just that angle with Stokes, what I was talking about in the last over, just opens you up. You think it's coming in because he's leaning away, and then it goes the other direction. That's what Brathwaite's telling Hope.
Got him. Soon as we've shown the 100, Ben Stokes the man to deliver for England.
Well, he finds a great length here. Decent carry from an outside defensive edge from Craig Brathwaite, who's played very thoughtfully, responsibly, and he's been undone by Ben Stokes. Bit of an enforcer. That's a fuller length up at the top of the bat, nicely through to first slip. Josh Butler there, and yet again it's Ben Stokes. Breaks a partnership. Brathwaite has gone for 40. The Windies 126 for 2.
Darren Bravo returns to the test match scene. Uncomfortably off the mark. Finger goes up, and Stokes has another one. No consultation for a review, so a return to test match cricket for Darren Bravo does not go as well as he would have hoped.
Beware Ben Stokes when he gets a little taste. His first wicket was full of length. This is fuller. Right up there, batsman squared up, feet pointing down the pitch. There's the finger. Ben Stokes irresistible once again. Decent start by the West Indies, but they just lost 2 quickly. Darren Bravo has gone for 2. It's 128 for 3.
Tall, slim figure of Roston Chase joins Shea Hope. Another one of the Windies batsmen who struggled in 2018, struggled when the West Indies last confronted England in England in 2017. Very well bowled, good pace as well, 140 kilometers per hour, 132 for 3. Definitely raining now. That strong wind pushing the rain quickly from east to west. And crowd starting to disperse in the 3W stand. Shea Hope feeling a little unsettled, as he knows is very aware of the inclement weather. The umpire wants to keep going, Shea does not.
Well, he's waited and waited and waited, Shea Hope. Chris Gaffney said get on with it. It's raining harder and the rain's winning.
Just heard news coming through that an early tee will be taken, in fact, so it might be a smart thing to do given the expanse of covers coming onto the field, and it won't eat into any playing time with the break being taken now. So at tea, the West Indies had moved on to 132 for 3, 2 wickets falling in that session. Brathwaite, after a solid innings, went for 40, and of course Darren Bravo on his return to Test match cricket, LBW to Stokes for 2. 2 wickets for 43 in a shortened session interrupted by rain. Both those wickets going to Ben Stokes. Impressive, 2 for 33.
Shea Hope has played nicely. There's good memories against England. 42 at the moment. Either side of that Headingley game, he has not scored a Test match 100. He has 3 ODI 100s back to back recently, so he's in good nick. Just needs to convert and start again after a break. That's the end of that. Over. 132 for 3. In the air, but there's no one out there, and it goes away for 4. Hope moves to 47.
Well, he's tried that delivery 2 or 3 times, Sam Curran, and he just hasn't got the pace on this pitch. His business is getting right up there, looking for LBW and nicks. Can't see there being too much for that short delivery here.
Oh, well stopped. That would have been 50 for Hope, but because of Anderson's brilliance at extra cover, saved 3 runs, and Stokes applauds that bit of fielding. No, too high. Driven nicely. He's waited for that pitch-up delivery, and he's put it away for 4. Punched away off the back foot. Don't think it will go for 4, but it's enough to bring up a 50 for Shea Hope. He loves batting against England, he really does. Sobers described him as class in the week, and that is a high-class innings so far. 148 for 3.
Lovely stride, bend of the knee. Not quite going to the fence. Umpires just wanted to check that there was no part of Bairstow touching the boundary edge as he flicked that ball back in. Hit Ali for a 6 and a 4 over mid-wicket, and once again Ali comes into the attack, and he's greeted with an aggressive stroke, a good one from Roston Chase.
Drift on that, but times someone like a Roston Chase, you look at the teams against which he scored his Test match hundreds. Pakistan with Yazid Shah right here on this ground in 2017, 100 against India. When you see him place the ball like this, there's a real class, particularly against slow bowling, a competence, I should say, even though he struggled in Bangladesh, surprisingly.
You can see there's a bit of curve in the air for Moeen Ali, but he's got to try and get him to pitch. Beautifully bowled. A threat to the outside edge again. Moeen Ali's encouraging that drive. You can see the curve. I think Roston Chase's bat just touched the ground as he missed the drive, and if there was a noise, it was from that. Certainly no outside edge.
Runs for hope, 4 of them. And the last year in the away game strike rate has gone up to 92, which tells you something.
Yeah, it tells you a lot, doesn't it, about English conditions, for example, but also about the economy rate that Anderson must bowl with, because if his strike rate is in the 90s, did you say, and his average is still in the mid-20s, which is pretty impressive. Well, that was pretty impressive and came from nowhere. Roston Chase just standing, delivering, and sending Moeen Ali back over his head for 6. 172 for 3. Inside edge, key wicket this. Shai Hope stands there. He knows this is a big opportunity missed. 57 is a decent score, but it's not the 100 that West Indies will be looking for today on this decent batting surface, and England now have their 4th wicket.
Just came back slightly, maybe with the angle. Hope playing away from his body, and he's toiled, Anderson. He's toiled. 16.2 overs, very economical, and picked up an important wicket. 57 to Hope, 174 for 4.
Shai Hope, the last of them to go for 57, and that brings Shimron Hetmyer to the crease to join Roston Chase.
Nicely worked into the leg side. Hetmyer will at least pick up a couple and settle for that. All the word going into the Test series was about the consistency or lack of from West Indies batsmen. Well, they've been consistent today. They got good starts. Catch is the cry, and it's shelled at extra cover, and it is Buttler of all people.
Has a smile, Shimron Hetmyer. You'd rarely get a chance like this at this level. Had to dive to his right. Just couldn't hold on.
There's a smile from Hetmyer, a grimace from Anderson. And that's a rarity. Buttler, a keeper by trade as well. Normally got a very safe pair of hands. Down the ground, high, wide and handsome. What a lovely shot from Hetmyer. And Josh Buttler will not enjoy watching that.
If he hands around, he'll score quickly, Hetmyer. I remember him scoring a quick fire 93 against Bangladesh in his last Test match. Likes to go through that mid-on, deep mid-wicket region, especially against the spin bowlers. Sometimes he tries to overhit the ball. On this occasion, he got to the pitch of it.
That's a gorgeous shot. That has beaten Butler, this time on the floor.
He's such a fluent player, Shimron Hetmyer. Always looks very relaxed at the crease. He will be smiling while batting. Doesn't really think too much when he's out there. Gets to the pitch of it, gets a good stride in.
Nicely placed into the gap. At no point did he try and butcher that to the boundary. That was all timing.
On most occasions throughout the course of his innings, Roston Chase, he's found the gap, especially when driving the ball. This is another such occasion. Over pitching outside the off stump, making the accommodation for the slide turn. And just look at the placement between extra cover and mid-off.
Well, he's a free-flowing player, and he has just banged Adil Rashid straight into the 3W stand. Fantastic shot.
Courageous. That's his style. And if you've seen Hetmyer play, he's grown accustomed to six hitting. That was a fine cricket shot. Didn't try to go through the onside. Picked this one actually. It was the wrong on. Over long off. Classy looking shot from Hetmyer.
Mid off is still up, but hanging a bit deeper. We've got a few more here. Anderson is off in hot pursuit, but cannot do anything about it. A flourish to the end of Adil Rashid's first over back. It's gone for 16, 210 for 4.
Hetmyer racing to 28 of 24. His partnership already 36. Good awareness as well. Didn't try to hit it in front of point. Used the pace, got the result.
That's better. And Roston chases 750 in Test cricket. Comes up. He's played well. It's taken him a while, but he's done what he had to do. That's the one that comes back. And played fine enough to pick up a boundary. Wanted to start that one more on the stumps, Curran.
This time, new ball counts, timely wicket, and it's Anderson yet again. Give him a new ball, so dependable, and nick and gone.
He is a class act, Jimmy Anderson, no question about it. Just have a look at how he's set up Roston Chase. The previous delivery angling in. And then this one just moving away. Roston Chase had no response. Was just fiddling outside the off stump even when he was well set on 54. I think there's something behind the line, so he should be okay. An important wicket, you would say, for England at this stage of the day's play. The second wicket in this session. Again, the captain, Joe Root, not making a mistake. pouching it safely into his hands. And wicket number 2 for Jimmy Anderson in this innings.
Shane Dowrich. And a slapping shot through cover brings 4.
Hetmeyer was put down when he was on 3. Josh Butler couldn't quite hold on. Again, this one is played uppishly through that cover region.
Hetmeyer moves on to 42.
Not Hetmeyer. He will continue in his aggressive style.
Another super shot is this. Look at that little bit of swing. And the confidence of the lad to just hit it straight back where it's come from, leg side. 250 for 5. 6 overs to go. Oh, a blow, it's in the air. Anderson claims it, and he's gone.
Another wicket, an important one for England. The slip cordon, they had a little bit of hesitation as to who will take the catch. In the end, they laid all fares. Josh Butler was the man who took the catch. This was a leg cutter that probably bounced a little bit too much for Shane Dowrich. Found himself in no man's land. Took his eyes off the ball. Presented a simple catch. And another Jimmy Anderson wicket. Norwich has gone without scoring. It's 250 for 6 now.
This will be 4. He scored the wicket on the offside. And an eye-catching 50. Shimron Hetmeyer.
His 5th in Test match cricket, back-to-back 50s. The last one being his highest score in Test match cricket against Bangladesh, 93. Missed out on what would have been his maiden Test match century. But remember, he was let off when he was on 3. Josh Butler couldn't quite hold on, so England paying the price of that let off.
Long reach. He has these trigger movements you can see in his stance, Jason Holder. The first thing he does, his back foot goes back and across towards the stumps. Watch the levers here, that's way wide, but he gets out there.
The other important thing is he was trying to hit it squarer rather than straighter because of the wideness on that delivery. Didn't try to overhit it.
Plays that well. Good delivery from Anderson, and it's soft defensive play. Not jabbing at the ball, so it goes down. Bounces before that slip cordon. Oh, gone. Oh, that is a golden wicket for England, and it's Anderson again, picks up his 4th. Tame shot straight back to him.
But I called it too early. Jason Holder on Fox. Again, this one swinging away. He got into stride and then just held his shot back. Popped a simple catch to Jimmy Anderson. Yeah, was caught on the crease. What a finish for Anderson. His 4th wicket of the innings.
5 for Holder, 261 for 7. And gone! Wonderful period for England after this new ball. All smiles, great joy. Evidence that this pitch is getting a little bit quicker England on the charge.
Windies batting imploding at the moment. Some good deliveries. This one took off. Roach couldn't quite take his hands down in time. And Joe Root making no mistake yet again, his third catch of the innings. Wicket number 3 for Ben Stokes. He's gone without scoring. Windies 264 for 8. And the umpires, they've called play.
Well, a wonderful finish to the day for England here. And fitness telling, great leader in Jimmy Anderson. And Sam Curran took that new ball and Joe Root took him out of the attack. Give it to Ben Stokes, get some aggression in there. And West Indies, the Windies were going so well at 240 for 4. England take the new ball and it's been transformed as this game. 264 for 8.
So England finished day 1 in a very solid position. That final session and that second new ball proving to tilt the balance of power. Half centuries throughout the middle of the Windies innings. 57 to Hope, 54 to Ruston Chase, 56 not out for Shimron Hetmeyer, and 40 at the top for Brathwaite. No one yet able to kick on to a significant score. 264 for 8, the destroyer-in-chief, Jimmy Anderson. He labored throughout the day, not in any other way, but the fact that he was putting in the effort. 4 for 33, that second new ball, bringing him 3 wickets. 3 wickets as well for Ben Stokes, who picked up 2 in the middle of the day. Very impressive from England seamers with their discipline.
Looked a bit of a ginger start there from Ben Stokes. Alzarri Joseph survives the first 4 balls of the day, 264 for 8.
Not known for his batting, Alzarri Joseph recovered from a stress fracture that kept him out of the game. Well watched in the end.
That's a beautiful shot. Talk about the self-confidence and the flair. That is a magnificent straight drive.
It was there for the taking. He kept his shape. Just look how still he is at the crease. Good base. Nice hands, head down. Excellent shot from a young player.
He's got a lovely flow of the bat, hasn't he? Follow through, almost hitting himself on the back with the follow through, which was reminiscent of Brian Lara back in the day. Goes again, but Moeen Ali is quite deep now at long off, so Hetmeyer will take the single and give Alzarri Joseph just 1 ball to survive. So far so good for the Windies, 271 for 8. Beautiful placement from Hetmeyer. There's a long off in place. Moeen Ali is right out in the deep at long off. Short extra cover, and then Butler, who is hanging a little deep in an orthodox cover position. Hetmeyer just opened his wrists here, opened the blade, and popped it over cover. Beautiful stroke.
Again, him choosing the offside as against the onside. Really good signs for Hetmeyer.
Change of field. More men on the leg side now. Looks as though Stokes is going to try and tuck Hetmeyer up on leg stump. He does.
He's a much better player on the offensive than the defensive. And this one probably just stood up on him a little bit longer than expected. He's trying to work it through the onside. Got big on him.
Not surprised to see England bowl short at him now. I mean, he looks so strong on the drive, particularly through the offside, as you've mentioned, Darren.
Oh, he's nicked that, hasn't he? Yeah. Just trying to play a little late dab. He's going to review it.
He reviewed it straight away.
I can't see anything from there. Can you show me the ultra edge when it's ready? Waiting for the ultra edge. There's a flat line as the ball past the bat, and can you rock and roll again? Rock back. Yes, I'm happy with that. There's a flat line as the ball past the bat, and you can go to the on-field umpire. Chris, there's a flat line as the ball past the bat. You're on the screen now.
Well, overruled. Good use of the technology. Straight away, Hetmeyer said, I didn't hit that. There was a noise, and that's why England went up. Ultra edge saying nothing. Stokes can't believe it. Short ball just panned straight down the ground. He knew it was going to be short, and he's put it away for 4. 289 for 8.
Well, the crowd are enjoying this. It's a flat bat shot. I was looking for a field that there's nobody in sight. And steps away to the leg side, Hetmeyer, and flat bats it straight over Stokes' head. One bounce just inside. Thrilling stuff. This 81 from 106 deliveries, 9 4s, 2 6s.
Edge, does it carry? Yes. Good grab. Anderson has 5. And another record ticked off. He equals Surya Botham with 5 wicket hauls. And this has been one of his best efforts.
Well, he's hung around there, Joseph. He's done very well. He hasn't scored a run, but he's just occupied. Hetmeyer has played some really good shots, but it's Anderson. It could have been Rashid, easily could have been Rashid, but Anderson, as a senior, has got one just about right. It's outside off stump. He doesn't need to play at it, but he's a number 10. Straight to Joss Buttler. It's a decent innings. He scored none. It sounds silly, but he's hung around there. 289 for 9.
Well, that's nicked, isn't it? Yeah, that is nicked. And that is a good catch from Ben Folkes, who's had a difficult morning, but he grabs it when it counts. And it brings to an end a wonderful innings from Hetmeyer, who played really well. And Stokes has 4, Anderson 5, and that's a good performance in the field from England.
And that delivery did swing. Swinging across the left-hander. It's a good catch from Ben Folkes. Determination from Ben Stokes. Pitching well outside leg stump. It's a big heave and a swing. You can understand it with number 11 in, but it's a high diving right in the top corner. Steve Bruce would have been thrilled with that from his goalkeeper. He's finished with 4 for 59, Ben Stokes, and the Windies are all out for 289.
The Windies eventually bowled out for 289. They added 25 in the morning session for the loss of the final 2 wickets. Shimon Hetmeyer, the top scorer. 1 or 2 slices of fortune, but in between that looked very composed in his aggressive attacking style. A couple of half centuries for Hope and Chase. Jimmy Anderson was exceptional, especially with that second new ball, finishing with 5 for 46, and very well supported by Ben Stokes, 4 for 59.
Well, this will be a challenging period for Keaton Jennings and Rory Burns. Both at times in Sri Lanka showed some real promise. 100 for Jennings and some good little knocks from Burns, showing that he had certainly the mental aptitude for Test match cricket. But this is a very different challenge with the pace of the West Indies opening bowlers, and then of course Jason Holder with his height to come on first change, you would think. We'll see how the pitch reacts to the extra pace from the 2 opening bowlers. We did see that extra bounce when the second new ball was taken last evening from Ben Stokes, and to a slightly lesser extent Jimmy Anderson, but when Stokes managed to find his rhythm, the odd one leapt up. So both openers still a little bit on trial with a big year coming up, but their focus will be now the remaining, well, just under an hour to get through, or try and get through to lunch on the opening day. But a testing time for any opening batsman, not least these two. Keaton Jennings, 16 matches, he has those 200s, both in the subcontinent. The challenge for him is a couple of dismissals against seamers where he's just fiddled a little bit outside the off stump. What they can do for the next half an hour, these bowlers, is release the handbrake, because they've only got to be out there for 50 or so minutes, then they get another little break.
Yes, I think it's very important to come hard at both Jennings and Rory Burns. There is that vulnerability at the top of the England order. It's been talked about quite a bit, and I'm sure that these two batsmen will also be aware of the fact that they're not in a settled situation.
Roach is going to bowl to Rory Burns with 3 slips and a gully round the wicket. Good one to end the first over. It's a maiden. Slightly wobbly seam. And just a hint of sort of straightening on the angle from round the wicket, and that's zipped through nicely. Not a load of bounce, but more skiddy pace. Just a hint away from Burns.
Yes, this will be what he'd be looking for.
In the air. It's going to evade the fielder, and Jennings is going to pick up his first boundary. 9 without loss. Well, it was a chance, a very tough chance. It would have been a fantastically athletic and skillful catch, and he got a hand to it. A little bit of fortune for Keaton Jennings.
Short wide 4. Easy ball.
A good sign for Jennings. Sometimes he goes into his shell against the quicker bowlers, and when you see him get a bad ball and put it away like that, suggests that he's got a good frame of mind, a good positive frame of mind at the crease.
Beautifully played. It's almost a minimum of effort, just sheer timing. Short stride, but effective.
Yeah, and just repeat the point I made in the last over about the fact that sometimes Jennings goes into his shell and he almost lets the ball hit the bat. What you're seeing here is actually picking up the bat, and there's a flow of the bat through the ball, and that's a good sign. You never get too much of a flow with Jennings, because as I said, he doesn't pick the bat up that much.
Got him. Jason Holder at work again. He loves this ground. And another drive ball spliced into the slip region.
Great credit to Jason Holder here, because it'd be very easy, having been drilled down the ground earlier in the over, to draw back your length. But what he's done, he's continued to pitch it up. The previous delivery could have taken the edge. This one did. Good sharp catch at wide slip. Shea Hope is the catcher. Well done, Jason Holder, for keeping the ball on a drivable length and encouraging Jennings to drive. Gives West Indies their first wicket. Jennings gone for 17, England 23 for 1.
Johnny Bairstow back at 3 again. Got that 100 in Sri Lanka at that number 3 position. One of a few problem spots for the top order of England. Last ball before the interval. Discomfort. Well bowled, Jason Holder. continues in this short spell to carry on some good work here at Kensington Oval. So it's lunch on day 2. Jimmy Anderson and England did good work. The Windies added 25 for the remaining couple of wickets this morning, and now 30 for 1. Jason Holder picking up the wicket, and it will continue to be an intriguing test match on a pitch that is offering enough for the fast men, and lots more hard work to come, but Jimmy Anderson has been the story so far. So at lunch, England were 30 for 1, the wicket to go, that of Jennings, well caught by Hope of the bowling of Jason Holder for 17. Kemar Roach went past the outside edge on a couple of occasions, but Holder in his 3 overs, the best of the Windies bowlers. Which meant that England was still trailing by 259 runs in their first innings.
Bairstow hasn't really struggled against short ball against anyone else apart from Roach, so this will be an interesting battle. Oh, he's dragged that on. He's dragged that on, and the change of ends has worked for Roach, and Burns goes straight after lunch.
I'm really interested in seeing this dismissal again, because I think he covered the line of the ball nicely. It was the angle of the bat that allowed the ball to roll on to the stumps. Just have a look. On the off-stump line, maybe played it a little too late. And this just rolled on to the off-stump. Wicket for Kemar Roach. The Windies will be happy with this nonetheless, and you would say it's a soft dismissal. Rory Burns gone for 2. Early breakthrough for the Windies after lunch is 35 for 2.
England have done a lot of good things in Test match cricket of late, but they often find themselves 20 for 2, 30 for 2, and their skipper walks in when they're in trouble. When you're averaging over 50, he's not a bad man to have come in a mini crisis. But again, England have lost early wickets. West Indies will know that this England lineup is very strong, and they'll know that their class player is at the crease right now, and they would love to get the captain early. Good start from Roach just after lunch, 35 for 2. Off the mark, I don't think that would be a boundary. The outfield's quick. It is quick, yes. It will go away for 4. Beautiful timing from Joe Root.
No wonder he averages over 50 with the bat, Joe Root. Just have a look at this shot. He doesn't try to hit it too hard. He's aware the ball is moving away from him, so he opens the blade to get it more to cover than extra cover. Nice hands as well, good follow through. His body weight going into the shot as well.
Slightly wide of the crease, but dispatched. And no doubts about that one. That will be 4.
Over pitch delivery from Kemar Roach. He's maybe searching for Johnny Bairstow, and his weight being on the back foot as against the front foot. He was ready for it. Good hands, good transfer of the weight going forward. And gets the result.
Oh, he's got him. Top of off stump. I think it might have flicked the elbow on the way. But Roach has 2 after lunch. And the West Indians fans are loving it.
Maybe a bit of extra bounce as well. That's the length that Kemar Roach will be searching for more often than not. Yeah, a little glimpse of the elbow. Would not have been expecting it to bounce that much. He was pushing forward, just like Rory Burns. Yes, a little bit of bat. Ricochets onto the stump.
Very good bowling. That ball before went past the outside edge. That was bowled off the elbow. England have lost 3. Bairstow goes for 12. It's going to be down to that strong England middle order again. Ben Stokes comes in at number 5. Kemar Roach is on fire here. Bayesian has 2 after lunch. There's Stokes' stats. Genuine all-rounder now, 600s. Starts with the bouncer. Very good from Roach, 44 for 3. Oh, close, very close. Given. Root has a word with Stokes. The only thing is height and Holder's bounce that he's getting.
Well, I spoke about that delivery that just angles into the right-hander. Yeah, he's discussed it. Jason Holder, very confident. He's just set him up nicely. Taking a couple before away. Just have a look at this one. Just angles in. That front leg coming a little bit across. Just on the knee roll, it makes contact and he knows it immediately. This is a big wicket for the Windies. Their most prolific batsman, England. Dismiss. And they're getting into more and more control of this innings, the Windies. Root gone for 4. It's 44 for 4 now.
England in real trouble here in Bridgetown. All the 4s, 44 for 4, and their captain has gone for 4 as well. Joss Buttler, who had a fabulous 2018 when he was brought back into the Test side, is going to need to play well. Very full to start with.
Lose out now and again, Jason Holder on the drive.
That's always going to happen at his pace. He's got to pitch the ball up, and every now and then you're going to get a bit full and you'll get driven. Joss Buttler, excellent timer of the cricket ball, probably the best timer of the cricket ball in this England team.
Huge appeal. Has he got a nick on it? No, he's gone.
I think they'll review this.
Looks like no battery in all. You can go to ultra edge. Okay, flat line as the ball past the bat. No battery involved. You can go to the ball tracking. Waiting for the ball tracking. Ball tracking is coming up. Impact in line. Wickets umpire's call. Wickets umpire's call. You can show the umpire on the screen. You can make the signal now. Well done.
Stays with the umpire. The bail trimmer. So one thing they were thinking about looking at is a touch too high. It's just nipping the bails. Ben Stokes, another dangerous player, has gone without scoring. 48 for 5. It's high in the air, down to fine leg. Fine leg's down there. Takes the catch! Out first ball.
Well, who would have believed it? Ben Stokes goes, and Kemar Roach, the next delivery, finds himself on a hat-trick. Alzari Joseph, the fielder. Moeen Ali, just the one delivery. Short, straight at him. Top edge. And had enough on it to carry all the way down to the boundary. Alzari Joseph taking the mark, keeping well inside that boundary, and another wicket for Kemar Roach. West Indies riding high as Moeen Ali goes without scoring. 48 for 6.
Hat-trick on. Roach 4 for 13. Ben Folks, new batsman. Hat-trick on, 3 slips and a gully. Shortish. Catcher on the leg side. Brilliant over, 48 for 6. There's another. Fabulous bowling. He's 9-5
And this was a quick delivery. Straight enough at off stump that Jos Buttler had to think about playing. Got too big for him. And through to the keeper it went. Good bounce. Tried to play. And just getting the outside edge. Excellent delivery from Kemar Roach. 5 wickets for him. And Jos Buttler goes for just 4. England now 49 for 7.
A lovely shot from Sam Curran. He's a very aggressive, talented batsman, and I think his mindset is going to be positive. It's the right way to go.
Yeah, it's only just into his first over here, Alzari Joseph, but that really is the point that we're making about Holder. There were very few of those type of deliveries from Jason Holder.
Gone. Good low catch from Dowrich. Joseph has his first. England are now 8 down.
Well, if he was a little short in his first over, Alzari Joseph, then all he needs to do is to remember this ball. This is the template for what he should be looking to do. He's brought folks forward. He's got the ball moving fractionally away, just enough to take the edge, but it's the length that is key, bringing folks forward. And Dowrich taking a good low catch to his right. It's an important wicket because the 3 bowlers are bowl well. The least experienced of the quartet, Alzari Joseph, needs to back those 3 up. He has done now. He's got the wicket of Folks. England 61 for 8.
Rashid has flipped that against the swing through straight mid-wicket. He's timed it well enough that it will crawl to the boundary.
That is classic Adil Rashid. And not an easy shot to play under any circumstances, especially when Alzari Joseph, as he is here, is looking to shape the ball away and just finds a little bit of shape or movement in the air. Rashid is so wristy and so strong through mid-wicket.
And he fires it through backward point for 4. Back-to-back boundaries for Adil Rashid. A very difficult player to bowl at sometimes when, as Michael Afton suggesting, the wrists are coming into play and the back face gets opened. Too full. Curran up to the task, takes it on the full and drives it down the ground for a nice boundary.
Technically, there's not much to choose between Sam Curran, who's batting at number 9, and a lot of England's top order players. He's made such an impact in his short England career. You forget sometimes that he's never made a first-class 100, which is a remarkable thing. And that would be because of lack of opportunity, I suppose, as much as anything.
Got him. Finger goes up. Hostile bowling. Another short ball on the end of a barrage from Shannon Gabriel. Too much for Sam Curran.
Well, we were talking about it. The use of the short ball. Just going to check both the front foot and the back foot of Shannon Gabriel. Gabriel, when he's round the wicket, gets very wide. And they're just going to check whether he cut that return crease. That one's fine. Yeah, we'll just want to check the back foot now and where it was on that crease. That's absolutely fine.
Yep. Confirmation of Curran going for 14, 73 for 9. Stylish. You can see why he scored as many runs at that late in the order, as many first-class hundreds as he has.
Yeah, he's very wristy. Doesn't hit many down the ground at all, Rashid. He will squirt it away through gully and he will then whip it the other side, square leg.
Gone. 2 wickets for Alzarri Joseph on his return, and England's 4th lowest total versus the West Indies. And an excellent performance from Holder, from Roach in particular, from Joseph and Shannon Gabriel. They trail by 212.
Yeah, catching practice in the end, just fending it. A very easy chance. He ain't dropping that bucket hands Holder. And England bowled out a paltry 77. There is the option of the follow-on for the West Indies. I reckon that'll be T now. We're just going to confirm whether that is T. It is T. The West Indies and their captain will be letting England know if they're going to bowl again or if they're going to have a bat. Most sides nowadays don't enforce the follow-on. We shall let you know when we find out. One thing's for certain, Kemar Roach on his home ground has been sensational.
At T, it shows a sorry batting card for England. 77 all out, the lowest total by any team at Kensington Oval. 17 to Jennings, 12 to Bairstow, 14 to Curran and Rashid with 12. Only batsmen to get into double figures. Impressive stuff from Kemar Roach. 5 for 17 on his home ground. Is from Barbados. 2 wickets for Jason Holder as well, 2 for 15, and a couple for Alzarri Joseph. So Shannon Gabriel as well chipping in with a wicket. What that meant was that England were behind by 212 runs. John Campbell will look to build on his first innings 44. Looked competent in defense, but will know that the more teams have seen him now via technology, and in England's case had a good look at him, they will look to find chinks in his armor. Craig Brathwaite batted a long time in the first innings, still maybe working his way back to his best. And starts with a lovely leg cutter. The gift is accepted by Brathwaite. I wonder if that's just a tired delivery. It's too early to say. You probably will get into a better rhythm. Jimmy Anderson. Lovely shot. That dominant bottom hand is just a jab with enough power down the ground.
And just using that little bit of swing too. Ball of full length from Sam Curran. Just swings in nicely now. Meets the bat right in the middle.
Shades of a former Barbadian and West Indian opening batsman Gordon Greenidge, 13 without loss.
bottom hand. And Sam Curran just attracting the attention of the umpire, Rod Tucker.
Swung away by Campbell and got out sweeping to Moeen Ali in the first innings, and is not going to be deterred in the second.
He was aiming more to long on than mid-wicket. That is what was good about this shot. This delivery was more outside the line of the off stump, so allowed him to free his arms. Not cramped in any way, made really good contact.
Swept hard and square. He likes the sweep. It caused his downfall, but he's going to keep playing it.
Executes well. John Campbell. The line straighter. Just look how he rolled his wrists across this one. Might have been going down the leg side, so his judgment in terms of the delivery to sweep was spot on.
Very close, yes. Brathwaite's not hanging around. He's not even going to have a chat with Campbell at the other end to consider reviewing. He knows this was straight, and he has paid a heavy price for missing it.
The challenge of spin bowling for Craig Brathwaite continues. It was pretty much a straight delivery. Front foot getting into the way, not getting any bat. Playing across the line of the ball. Moeen Ali yet again getting the first wicket for England. Did it in the first innings. Here again, he's been key. Brathwaite goes for 24. It's 52 for 1.
England have taken their first wicket in West Indies' second innings. It fell to Moeen Ali, trapping Brathwaite LBW for 24, but it's a powerful position the home side are in. They lead by 264 runs. Shai Hope is batting at number 3 for Windies. Shai Hope started his innings first time round slightly tentatively. Gracious me, what a dismissal. Stokes has fallen over, one of the worst deliveries he's ever bowled in Test cricket, and Campbell somehow has Q-ended it out into the covers to be taken simply by Keaton Jennings. What a way to go. But watch this. Stokes falls in a heap. Lack of pace does for Campbell. Off the Q end. Keaton Jennings won't take a simpler catch in his career.
This is what I've been saying, that the pitch is going to not have that much bounce and pace in the middle of the pitch. John Campbell suffers as a result. Plays too early, gets a toe end. Simple catch to cover. West Indies lose their second wicket. Campbell for 33. It's 60 for 2.
Darren Bravo is batting at number 4, dismissed by Ben Stokes in the first innings with a slower ball.
And that's the end of him. Prodded forward, simple catch to slip.
That's another nice bit of bowling from Moeen Ali. Sort of hung the bat there a little bit, Bravo. Carried through to Stokes on this occasion, who took a simple catch. Just a little bit of straightening. Stokes taking the catch down by his bootlaces. That's a disappointing return to the Test arena for Darren Bravo. He goes for 1. West Indies have lost their third with their score on 61. And Roston Chase is the new batsman for Windies.
That's another.
That's a better catch because that's gone quickly. The first one was a little bit loopy. Yes, it was slow and down by his bootlaces, but that one has gone with pace. Moeen Ali has found nice rhythm, a nice line and length. He has his third, and West Indies are 4 down.
Well, everything has changed now. The entire complexion of this Test match has changed. 2 quick wickets. Moeen Ali striking for a second time. Roston Chase straight delivery. Just takes the outside edge. Sharp catch at slip. Ben Stokes again in action. Can't keep him out of the game. And the West Indies now lose their 4th chase without scoring. It's now 61 for 4.
With excitement levels from the England supporters here at Kensington Oval have lifted, as has the noise, as has the body language from the England fielders and captain. Shimron Hetmyer is the new batsman for West Indies. Second time he's batted today. He was trying to shepherd the tail a little earlier today. Now he's trying to stop a little bit of a rot. And Moeen Ali has found a nice line and length and rhythm. Short leg, Keaton Jennings. He's been brilliant in there during England's tour of Sri Lanka. And he's caught a fantastic catch here in Barbados. West Indies 5 down.
Well, how this test match has turned. West Indies have put themselves in a very strong position and have simply given it away. Clear inside edge onto the thigh pad, and Jennings taking a sharp catch at short leg. And Stokes striking again, just can't keep him out of the game. Pope goes for 3, and it's 61 now for 5.
Pulled away. Nicely played. That will be a boundary. Every boundary will hurt England. Try and get that lead up above 300. Still need a partnership or two, this West Indies side. Remember, tomorrow will only be a day 3 pitch. It'll still be a decent surface tomorrow. That's nicely played. Really nicely played. Off his hip. Back-to-back boundaries. 71 for 5. I was just thinking, when is he going to unleash one? And he has done. Even with men back, he takes the aerial route.
He needs no second invitation in terms of looking to play aggressively. He likes it, and he's been given, I suppose, the situation to try to reassert the position of the match by putting pressure back on the fielding unit, who've done well.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Hetmyer used his feet. Dorridge just stood there. Stand and deliver.
The last few overs, now they've got to think about the runs that are flowing in, as much as they're still trying to get wickets. So can they hold their guard, England, and just weather this little storm or flurry of boundaries in order to get another wicket?
Not many do that to Ben Stokes.
It's an audacious shot. The lead is now 300.
I thought he might have gone that way. Stand and deliver.
Well, he isn't going to fool around, Shimron Hetmyer. That's one of his favourite areas. And this one was right in his arc.
See the release from Adil Rashid. It's a leg spinner, and it's wide enough. If you're looking to play shots and a left-hander hitting with a spin, he's got the width and just swings it away into mid-wicket. It's a big over this for the West Indies, taking advantage. 13 from it, 115 for 5. Oh, they've got a wicket right at the end. Sam Curran. He'll be mightily relieved. It's a timely wicket. A very good wicket.
He's had to work hard, Sam Curran. These haven't really been his conditions, and Hetmyer there thickish outside edge, but just enough to carry to the man at point. And Curran picks up his first wicket of the test match. And Hetmyer goes for 27, for 31 rather, and it's 120 now for 6.
It's a long chase, it's a long chase. I'm thinking 4. I reckon he's good. This will be the one. And everybody's walking off. We've done for the day. What a day. Day 2. This game is marching on. West Indies were all out for 289. England blown away. And somebody better tell Keaton Jennings that they've all gone. He's still diving at it.
West Indies now 127 for 6. Lead of 339. You have to wonder if, with 3 days left in this test match, if that's enough.
Well, the umpires will have to sort that boundary out. They're walking off too. They've got to give a signal as to whether it's 4 or not. 229 runs today and 18 wickets.
What a day it has been, day 2 of this first test match. It's certainly gone at a pace at the end of play. The West Indies 127 for 624 to Brathwaite, Campbell 33. Another good opening stand, and then a collapse. 5 wickets fell for 9 runs. Hetmyer, though, came in and stood with Shane Dorridge for a half-century partnership. 31 before Hetmyer went. Dorridge still there on 27, along with the captain Jason Holder. 3 wickets to Moeen Ali, the spinner, starting to come into his own, although it's only the second day of the game, and a couple of wickets again for Ben Stokes. What does it mean, though? It means the West Indies have put themselves into a strong position, 339 runs ahead, and they've still got 4 wickets in hand. Hope you've enjoyed all the action, and there was lots of it. Look forward to your company next time. From Kensington Oval, bye for now.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning to all of our viewers. It's still a very good surface for batting. These two locals, you would say, they hail from Barbados. They played a lot of cricket at this venue, so they'll be well aware as to what this pitch presents on day 3. Shane Dorridge, he's played a useful innings so far.
Well, it's going to start with Anderson, who had a heavy workload in the first innings and therefore was sparingly used yesterday by Joe Root, just 4 overs, but he will start things off to Jason Holder. And because Root starts with a deep point, that allows Holder just to knock one into the offside and get up the other end. Bairstow dives, misses, ought to have stopped. Ball trickles away to the rope for the first boundary of the day.
Nice controlled stroke from Jason Holder. He's aware that Jimmy Anderson will swing the ball. That's why he's not trying to hit the ball too hard. Still a square blade presented, but had he not bat on it, made the man a backward point. Old London Bridge, you would say, gets into the boundary.
It's good cricket all round. You can see what Anderson is trying to do, to push it up there, to get the ball moving, because Holder sometimes hangs back in the crease, but transference of weight there to get his front foot coming forward, to get the weight going through the ball, sends that nice drive through extra cover.
And that's another element. This should go all the way. man does. So that's another element to consider in this run chase by England.
Yeah, just the mindset, getting one or two good partnerships going. And that's why that top order is so important, that top three. If you can dent the new ball burst, heads will drop. West Indies might lose their discipline a little bit, but unfortunately for England over the last few years, the top three haven't performed. It's always been a recovery phase. Second time round, England might put it right. Remember, England have won 7 of their last 8 test matches. Gone fine. Fine leg is always wide for England, and that will be 4. Was it runs or leg buys? Runs given. 160, the lead now 372.
It's just one of the few deliveries that Ben Stokes has bowled offline. Holder just able to clip it away.
Gone fine again. Very similar to Stokes in the last over. Rashid again wide. 4 more.
Jimmy Anderson maybe looking for some movement that just wasn't there.
There you go, the taller man with the big reach, and that's the 50 partnership between these two.
Yes, Nasir talking about having to adjust his length. Just got that one a bit too full to Jason Holder. Got a good stride in. Beautifully hit.
And again, same ball, same result, 4 more.
He's going to have to make an adjustment, Moeen Ali. Just floats it up there.
Has he got it over mid-off? Yeah, comfortably over. 4-4-4 for Holder.
13 from the over so far. Didn't think about keeping this one down.
Pulled away. Lovely shot. He's on the charge here, the Windies captain, and they're loving it.
One of the few short deliveries we've seen Sam Curran try to bowl, and not having that much pace, it gets put away in front of square.
Driven beautifully. Barrett now joining in, and the lead goes past 400.
This was beautifully played. Wasn't quite a half volley. Hit it on the up. Good hands.
Well, it's an odd field. Communication between captain and bowler. Stokes now having a word. He's got a very leg side field. He's bowled short, he's bowled outside off.
50 for West Indies captain, and he's played exceptionally well.
really has started to understand all facets of his game, Jason Holder, and as a leader.
He picked that one all right, though. Certainly picked the length, and he's lofted it into the stands for 6. .50 for Dowrich. A lovely shot through wide mid-on, takes him to 53.
Valuable knock. In the circumstances, the innings was tottering yesterday, and the Windies lost 5 for 9. And having had a good year in 2018 with the bat in context of his teammates averaging 36. Starts the first test match of 2019 in good fashion.
Smashed away. Holder's second 6, and that is majestic.
No problems with Jason Holder's ability with the mat over the last couple of years. The reaction of Adil Rashid here says that this has knocked the stuffing out of him. Suffering from a little issue with confidence so far, wicketless in the test. And he puts his hands akimbo, wondering what shall he do next. Got to be brave and give it some air, I think. Got to give it some air.
Oh, that's plenty. Look at the long levers, air time.
Brings up the century partnership between these two. Not unfamiliar territory for these. I recall that 90-run partnership in the first test against Sri Lanka in the Caribbean in 2018. It's a third century partnership for this pair. 202, the 8-wicket partnership in Zimbabwe back in 2017. And then in Bridgetown against Sri Lanka right here in 2018. 115 they put on.
Wonderful session for the Windies. The bells are off. That's the end of that first session. No wickets for England. And the West Indies have extended the lead to 449. You've had a perfect game up to now. Captain will be thrilled. He's still at the crease. Jason Holder stands on 80. Shane Dowrich on 61. England will be glad of a sit down and a brew.
An outstanding morning session for the West Indies, one in which they added 110 runs in 27 overs without losing a wicket. In that time, Shane Dowrich has continued his good form, moving to 61 not out, and Jason Holder, the captain, on 80. 237 for 6, and a fruitless exercise for England's bowlers, as hard as they tried in that solitary session of day 3. It meant then that the West Indies had moved ahead by 449 runs.
As Rashid begins from round the wicket, he didn't bowl particularly well, I don't think, this morning. Adil Rashid, the pitch is slow, there's not much there for him. England played the 2 spinners on the basis that the pitch would start to really wear from day 3 onwards, but it's held together pretty well. Oh, it just beats long on. Quite sure where the holder was looking to hit it to long on, because there is a man placed there for that, but he hit it well enough. It's Joss Buttler who's out in the deep, and for a moment Holder might have wondered whether he'd put it straight into his hands.
Looked as if he was trying to hit it a bit straighter. Got enough bat on it just to get over Buttler at long on.
Yes, I agree with you. I think he was trying to hit it straighter, and as it came off his blade, he just had that worried look, didn't he, when he saw Butler in his eye line out at long on. Good start as well. Some drift and takes Holder's outside edge. It runs away to the fence, and Holder moves into the 90s.
Wasn't a bad delivery to start with. Just a hint of drift. It's just enough bat on it to get it past the man at slip. Jason Holder. And the pace of the ball does the rest.
That's where Holder was looking to put the first 6 that he hit in the last over, and what a way to go through to 100. Jason Holder's 3rd Test match 100, and the stuff that dreams are made of, to score one on your home ground.
Well, very much a captain's innings. West Indies, things were a little bit dicey yesterday afternoon. He's come in and steadied the ship. Got his team into pretty unassailable position. Has got himself 100 to boot. This is pulled hard. And another boundary.
Yeah, it was a weary looking bouncer, wasn't it? The ball is 67 overs old now. The pitch looks a good one on day 3. Stokes hammering this one halfway down, but Holder has got plenty of time to pull that ball in front of square. Another leg spinner from Root completely bemuses Holder. Inside edge that beats folks and goes to the boundary. It says something for Joe Root, actually. Just really renowned as an off-spinner, a part-time off-spinner. He's a great batsman, of course. He's England captain, but even now he's looking to develop and enhance his game. So he's been working really hard on these leg spinners in the nets.
Glided down to 3rd man. Curran does well. Outfield is quick. Holder will be able to come back for a 3rd. West Indies now lead by 500 runs. Down and away for 4.
Yeah, played that nicely. I think it was a little bit of a leg cutter from Anderson. He rolled his fingers down the side of the ball. And Holder just played it late. Oh, actually, it was just seam up and it just died. Played it late, knew exactly what he was doing. And got away for 4.
Beautifully done from Dowrich. He moves into the 80s with a back cut, his 6th 4. 300 comes up for West Indies. Their lead is 513.
Not an impressive start, in fact an inauspicious start, or should we say glorious shot to greet Keaton Jennings. So good, in fact, that it brings a smile out of Dowrich and Holder.
Well, he's an afterthought as well, Keaton Jennings. He was out grazing on the boundary after that chat between Stokes, Anderson and Root, and he was just brought into the attack. I don't think he's done any looseness. Well, that was his looseness.
And dropped. Would have been a very good catch had he managed to get there and hold on.
There's three fielders converging on this. Ben Stokes had a look at, I think it's Rory Burns, who eventually made the dive. He didn't just get there. Moeen Ali is out on the boundary. Thick outside exit, skews into the air, and he gets lucky. Burns, does he get there? Oh, he gets a finger end on it.
Glorious from Jason Holder. Everything about it had the hallmark of class. 317 for 6.
Tell he likes this, he just holds the pose. Hold it, get the snap. Nice.
Complementing and competing with Jason Holder's shot in the last over. 200-run partnership between the best of friends who've come through the system together. And a furrowed brow for Joe Root.
Wow, we're on a driving range. One from Holder, one from Dowrick. Sumptuous shots.
You can tell a very close relationship between those two. That's for the finest of leg glances, a deft touch from the 6'7" giant.
Always a lovely shot, a leg glance. Outswinger doesn't swing. Just a turn of the wrist. It's a lovely shot in a leg glance. It comes off the face of the bat. It's very fine.
Oh, didn't see it. He didn't see that at all. Butler it is at cover, and he started to go one way to his left and then realized all too late that the ball was actually to his right.
Good to see Joe Root smiling. He knew that exactly. The reaction was late from Joss Butler. It was a clear opportunity to get the wicket of Jason Holder. He was wrong-footed, going to his left. He should have gone to his right.
It's 150 for Jason Holder. Went to his 100 with a beautiful straight drive for 6. This was a little more agricultural, but he won't mind about that. Bat raised. Crowd stand to him. The dressing room stands to him. He is leading from the front.
And he's got the maturity to seize the critical moments in this test match, which he's done quite nicely. He's still there. Wants to ensure that his team continues to stay in a dominant position. It's the applause from both sides. That's how invaluable his contribution has been with the bat.
And Dowrick going too. That is a beautiful shot. Anderson over pitching. The straightest of bats sends this to the mid-on boundary. And Dowrick now is 95.
It's one of the most beautiful strokes in the game, the on drive. Have a look at his balance. That left elbow going high into the air. And the full face presented.
Should be tea, I fancy, and that ends another magnificent session for West Indies, with Holder through to his highest score in Test cricket and beaten on 155, and Shane Dowrick just 3 away from what will be his 3rd Test 100. These two have put on 229 and the lead 561. West Indies dominating.
Another wonderful session for the Windies. They finish and go to tea on 349 for 6. Jason Holder brought up his third Test match 100, a beautiful one at that, not out on 155, and Shane Dorrich 97 not out. No wickets lost in the session, no wickets lost in the day for the Windies after 2 sessions, and a lot of hard work for Stokes, 23 overs, Anderson 18 overs, Curran 17. Noinali 3 for 61, the most successful bowler, which meant the Windies were ahead by 561 runs.
The third man brings another boundary. The field has come in, trying to stop this single. Crowd are poised. Off he goes. Wait for it, wait for it. Dab it away for 4, behind square on the offside. Wonderful celebration, a terrific innings.
Very well played, Shane Dorrich. Stuck around, supported Jason Holder. Helped build that partnership. Never lost his cool. And he's racked up his 3rd Test century.
Oh, that's gone a long way. Yes, Robert, 6.
Well, there's really nothing in the middle of this pitch now. Ball not really coming up with any pace. Jason Holder knows it and doesn't hesitate. Into the shot as soon as he picked the length up.
Oh, second slip. Despair for Ben Stokes. It's raced through the slips. He's gone very low.
Genuine edge. Nobody at home.
Here we go. Here we go. Level with Viv.
If he sticks around, you're going to see a few more like this as well. Time now to just swing for the fences and look to declare.
Off he goes again. Losing power, that's only 4. Lead is 598. How many is he? 183. Where's that gone? 6. Most in an innings by a West Indies cricketer against England.
Well, this was right in his arc. It's a pretty good straight hitter.
And that wasn't a big strong hit, but it was very delicate, and it brings him 4.
400 up for the West Indies. The power of Holder at one end and a little bit of touch and finesse of Dowrich at the other. No third man. Just open the face, we'll have another 4.
And these two congratulated each other with every milestone. A little hug when they bring up a 50 or 100, 150, 200 partnership. Now the 400 for the innings. This one just goes past Stokes. It was deliberately played by Dowrich, but because Root bowls at a decent lick, almost 100 kilometres an hour, it's gone past Stokes in a flash.
Stokes took a very good grab yesterday off Moeen Ali to dismiss Chase. This one was a little bit wide of him, and not even Ben Stokes could get a mitt on that. Nicely played again. That's twice now off the seamer, now off the spinner. Just opened the face and taken the boundary.
Short arm pull again to the fence, and Jason Holder is enjoying his finest day here at the Kensington Oval. He has gone through to a double 100. What a day he's having.
Well, they say good things happen to good people, and he is certainly a very, very fine man. He's got a double on his home soil, and he has said enough is enough. You can have a do now, England. I am done with you.
What a partnership, what a day for Jason Holder and Shane Dowrich, these two great friends who came together late yesterday when West Indies were not exactly in trouble, but were enduring a collapse of their own, and they remained unbeaten until after tea on the 3rd day. There is more work to do, but Holder can enjoy this moment along with Dowrich. The partnership unbeaten, 295. Holder finishing 202. Dowrich 116. Time to get your bowling boots on, Jason.
And finally, after tea, England could breathe a sigh of relief because the West Indies put them out of their misery by declaring at 415 for 6, but not before Jason Holder achieved a test match double 100, 202 for him, a double 100 at number 8. Shane Dowrich alongside him notched up his 3rd test match 100, 116 not out in really good batting conditions. Not a single West Indian wicket fell on day 3 of this test match. Moeen Ali finished with 3 for 78, the most successful of the bowlers, and the hard-working Ben Stokes 2 for 81. It meant that England would need 628 runs to try to win the test match or save it.
Well, the message will be same as first innings. Come in with intent, bowl quickly, but be disciplined. Don't get carried away with any short stuff. The odd short bouncer to keep England honest, but what they did so well in that first innings was bowl a disciplined line and length and put England's batsmen under real pressure from the start.
And England's batsmen have to do what openers have done since the game began. You have to go and field for a long time. You have a 10-minute break, which is never 10 minutes by the time you get off.
These two batsmen will know that they'll come rushing in. It ain't going to be easy. If you can get through it, you can walk back into the dressing room and say, yeah, I came through that test. Burns is away with an outside edge that runs through that gap between 3rd slip and gully. The reason why Roach prefers the other end is the breeze, really. He likes to bowl around the wicket at the left-handers. From the other end, the breeze would allow him to take it away to the slips.
Well, England are up with the rate anyway, chasing 628 in 200 overs, and that's what they'll need to bat. 20 overs left today. And then 2 sets of 90 overs for the next 2 days. The pitch is a belter.
Beautifully timed. That made a sweet sound off the middle of Rory Burns' bat. Brings in his second 4. England into double figures. 13 without loss.
Flipped away nicely. The beauty of a batsman with this pace is timing. Just need to hit the bat.
It's the first run in 23 deliveries for England. And that's how watchful this opening pair has been. He's played a couple of shots through the onside, Rory Burns. This one had more timing. Not a boundary for it. Nice balance. Good firmness in the wrist. Gets it in the gap.
Up and over, backward point. Aggressive shot from Rory Burns. Ball's in the air, but it's over the top of backward point, and England move on to 23 without loss.
He didn't try to keep it down. It was short, it was wide. And that's the area that Roach has been concentrating on. Allows Rory Burns to set himself to search for the ball in that direction. Executes well.
He's played that nicely again. It's that clip off his legs. The field has been manoeuvred. There's a short mid-wicket. You've seen him clip the ball, but he's tended, Rory Burns, to clip the ball leg side on the ground.
He's played the shot on a couple of occasions. What he's done well is kept his balance. His head is not falling over. That's why he's so upright. Hits the ball just to the left of the field at short mid-wicket. Comes off the middle of the bat as well. Shows that he's in good nick. He's seeing it well.
Up and over the top again. Another scoring opportunity. Won't reach his boundary.
And you'd think with Jason Holder it's about the bounce as well, because of his height.
There he goes again over the top, and it's one bounce.
Good intentions from Rory Burns. There was wit on this delivery and knew exactly what he wanted to do, using the pace, the bounce. No fielders in the deep, in that third man region. Safe shot, you would say, risk-free.
Yeah, it's been quick to put away anything short and wide, whether off the seamer or now off the spinner. Moves into the 30s.
He's batting with real intent, which is good. You've got to be positive in situations like this. Don't let the bowling get on top of you.
No need ball tracking for that. That's gone away through mid-off for 4. 50 up for England, 50 partnership. It's been a really good start.
Yes, they've played well. Burns in particular. Very positive. He's taken all his scoring opportunities. the positive way in which he's played. Nicely timed down the ground, didn't look to hit it too hard.
The grubber. And poor old Jason Holder has to give chase after a long day. Tough one for the keeper. There's those footholes outside the off stump, and it landed in one of those and just died. Meggs.
Not much Norwich could have done about that. Last ball.
Well, what a day that is. Brilliant from the England openers to see them to close, batted the 20 overs. So the first part of the job is done and their fans are appreciative. But really the day belonged to two Bajans. Little man Dorridge and big man Jason Holder. What a combination they were. 90 overs in the day, not a single wicket fell. It was a day to be a batter and not a bowler.
A remarkable third day's play comes to an end with England 56 without loss, Burns on 39, Jennings on 11. What it meant was that after 18 wickets fell on day 2, not a single wicket fell on day 3 of the Test match. The Windies tried, they used 6 bowlers, but to no avail. The wicket had turned out to be an excellent one across the third day. It meant then that England would still need another 572 in order to win the Test match. Hope you've enjoyed all the highlights. We look forward to your company next time from Kensington Oval. Bye-bye.
Call play. Rory Burns will take strike. 3 slips, a gully, a man back on the hook straight away as Shannon Gabriel stands at the end of his mark. Ooh, he played at it again. There are only 3 slips in place. There's a gully as well, and this edge went right in the middle of them.
Lady luck on his side. Rory Burns. He's raced to 44. Had a good start to the innings yesterday afternoon. Again, very positive in intent. That was a little too wide to be playing at. Exactly what Kemar Roach would be prompting him to do.
Confident stroke from Burns, driving again, but this time out of the middle of the bat.
And this time in control. His body position closer to the ball. Wasn't extravagant in his stroke play. Gets his front foot to the pitch of the ball. Nice transfer of the weight forward.
Certainly one, and a second will give Rory Burns a 50. Played well late last evening. Gave him a nice platform to come into today's play, and he goes through to 50 off 79 balls.
His half century punctuated with 10 boundaries. Just 79 deliveries. He's been positive from the onset. Only his second half century in Test cricket.
Burns leans into a drive again. That's the second time he's driven confidently through the offside this morning to the fence. 76 for none.
$11 so far in this England innings. 76 without loss. Seems as though Windies bowlers' strategy is to bowl full.
Oh, through that gap. It was a dangerous shot. It was a little bit of a late cut with 3 slips and a fine gully, but he found the gap. And there is that sarcastic cheer. 77 all out in the first innings. They've just gone past that, none down in the second.
That's a brave shot.
And the drive gets it through. Beautiful from Burns. 85 for none.
Let's play about 3 of these this morning. Excellent the way the weight goes into the shot. Even covering slight away movement. That's how to get your body weight into a shot.
Edged, and it's gone to Holder. He's been poor on the drive, Keaton Jennings. And you can't keep that man Holder out of the game. They're loving him.
Joseph got it up there, and that's what we've been asking Roach to do to Keaton Jennings. Not enough deliveries up to him. Holder got him driving in the first innings. Now Holder catches him driving in the second innings. Front leg gets nowhere across to the off stump. It's just hands at the ball. Excellent catch. $85 for 1.
Finally, we've had a wicket at Bridgetown after 96 overs and 5 deliveries. Keaton Jennings has gone, and Johnny Bairstow comes in at number 3. Nicely played, though. Very strong off his pads, Johnny Bairstow. Strong bottom hand. May have to have a look at that. He'll definitely get 3. That looks like a boundary. Yep.
Flashed away down the third man. We've seen that a few times this morning from Rory Burns, and I think Holder would be wise to have another catcher in place.
He hasn't let many of them go. Once he's given some width, he's backed himself to get it over the top. He's showing real aggressive intent, and it's worked so far for him.
Worked into the leg side and nicely timed by Johnny Bairstow.
It's just a little bit too back of a length from Kimar Roach. Needed to be a bit fuller. Nice work there, nice wrists from Johnny Bairstow.
Back-to-back boundaries for Bairstow. One on the leg side, and now as Roach drags it short and wide on the offside.
Yes, he'll definitely have to adjust that length, Kimar Roach. And this is bread and butter. Short, wide.
But not from that width. That has been too gifted to Bairstow on the offside in this over.
It's another wasted delivery, and it gets the treatment. Not sure if it's a rhythm issue. But he's bowled much fuller than that in this test match, Kemar Roach.
Past Holder. Rory Burns seems to be finding the gaps wherever they are in that slip cordon today.
Well, it's a flirt and a flash, is this. As soon as he played the shot, he'd be anxious. He's such a tall man, Jason Holder. He almost covers 2 fielding positions there at second slip, but it's guided down to third man. Playing well away from his body. And it's just short and wide.
Well timed. 5 fours to Johnny Bairstow in 23. He's racing. Lovely shot. Threading the needle between the mid-wicket and Shannon Gabriel at mid-on.
Do you know, I thought this was just a clip down to long on for a single. He's timed it perfectly. Look at the size of that cricket bat.
Got him. Roston chases right through. Burns, a wonderful change, works for Jason Holder. On the cusp of a lunch.
Oh, that's a bonus for the Windies. Part-time spinner, let's just have a look-see. Come on, bowler's a couple of overs. And it's gone straight through the gate. Right on the stroke of lunch. Phone a friend. Well, that is a bonus for the Windies. Spoilt his lunch. Rory Burns, promising, gone for 84, right at lunchtime, 134 for 2.
That'll make their lunch taste so good. We'll find out for you what that little signal is from Roston Chase. He's had a couple of them to acknowledge family and friends from his home parish. And Jason Holder will feel more benefit from that first session now with that late wicket. A hard-working session for the Windies bowlers. 78 runs scored by England and 2 wickets taken at lunch. 84 to Rory Burns, dismissed as the players went up to that luncheon interval. Jennings was the other batsman, dismissed for 14. A leaden-footed drive off the bowling of Alzari Joseph. A wicket apiece for Joseph and for Roston Chase, 1 for 15. So just to reconfirm where the match stood at lunch, England still needing 494 runs, or the Windies a further 8 wickets.
England, you'd have to say, have had a pretty good morning. Good batting conditions. They've been positive. Johnny Bairstow came in and he's gotten into stride, played some really nice shots, looked good, joined now by his captain Joe Root. Roston Chase, who accounted for Rory Burns, will be feeling good about himself and probably looking forward to a nice long bowl on this placid track.
Yeah, I was just wondering who Holder is going to start with. Shannon Gabriel out at long on is certainly stretching as if he means business. Roston Chase has got 1 ball of this over to complete, so I suspect Holder might just start at a bit of pace at both ends to Joe Root. So slip, short leg, short mid on. Root is off the mark straight away, just knocking the ball into the offside. That completes Roston Chase's over. 135 for 2. Nasty lifter from Gabriel, and that's done for the England captain. We haven't seen too much of the short stuff from Shannon Gabriel in this game, but that was a beauty.
Yes, Joe Root didn't know too much about that. Put himself in a very awkward position. He just have taken his eye off it as well.
Well, the speed gun says 134 kilometers an hour, but it looked a quicker ball than that. Oh my word. Oh my word. This is going to hurt Shannon Gabriel. He is a fast bowler who pushes the line time and again, and this is going to be really costly. Joe Root had got all the way to the fence, heard the cheers, looked round, saw the umpire's arm and signal no ball, and he's skipping back to the crease.
And this is a problem Shannon Gabriel has had.
No. Root in all kinds of trouble to Shannon Gabriel's short ball. It just doesn't seem to be picking it up. It's a good, fast, nasty over from Gabriel, and he should have had Root. Three good short balls, all well directed, in at the ribs. It's a big appeal. Huge appeal, and Roston Chase is absolutely convinced. He goes to Jason Holder, tells him to review, and Holder, that's exactly what he does.
Move forward. Flat line as the ball past the bat. No bat involved. You can go to the ball tracking when it's ready. Rod, no bat involved. Waiting for the ball tracking. Ball tracking is coming up. It's outside the line. Rod, you can stay with your original decision. You can give. Okay, you're on the screen, Rod. Well done.
Root cuts away behind square for 4.
It's just giving him too much room outside that off stump.
Well, the 3 short balls in the previous over were all well directed, in at the body. Yeah, Bairstow is on his way. Gabriel strikes. Bairstow is walking off. We'll wait and see whether the umpires check the front line again, but there's a little tickle down the leg side, and Shea Hope has done the rest.
Well, he knew he'd nicked it. Johnny Bairstow didn't really stand up, didn't wait for the umpire, and there it goes, off the glove. Nice, easy take for Shea Hope. Shannon Gabriel has redeemed himself in some way, as Johnny Bairstow, who was looking good, goes for 30. It's 143 for 3.
Ben Stokes comes to the crease, and he knows he's going to be tested. It's a good delivery. Just turned Stokes around. He's looking to defend that or turn it away on the leg side. A little bit like Kemar Roach, Gabriel loves bowling round the wicket at left-handers.
Still think I'd like to see a leg gully in there.
See exactly what Gabriel was trying. Root was alert to the threat. And the ball was beaten fine leg. 4 to end the over for Root. England 148 for 3.
He picked that one up, realized it wasn't bouncing much, and pretty sloppy in the end from Kemar Roach on the boundary.
Wasn't a huge appeal from Roston Chase, who's confident around the bat, and Stokes has reviewed immediately.
Rock and roll, yes, definitely bat first. I'm satisfied with that. Rod first contact the bat, so you can review on the screen, Rod.
Well, you can see why Ben Stokes reviewed immediately. He knew there was an inside edge. He got himself in a bit of a tangle, and there was a good job. There was some inside edge.
Root's not a man you want to let away with a no ball, that is for certain. He's a busy player. Punched down the ground. And that will run away for 4.
Very good response from Ben Stokes. Shannon Gabriel opting for the short deliveries to Joe Root, going full to Ben Stokes. Equal to the task. Ended up being a half volley. Little face of the bat presented. Lovely timing. And it's the first boundary for Ben Stokes.
On the charge this time, Joe Root squirts it away through gully for 4.
And if you're watching, I'd like you to take notice how he opens the blade of the bat, because he recognized, in attempting to play the shot, the ball was away from him. Didn't try to hit it too straight. Just opened the blade. Yep. Took the risk away from the shot and got a boundary for himself.
Edged and well caught, really well caught. That went quickly, and that is a massive dismissal right on drinks.
He averages over 50 in Test cricket. Joe Root had a second opportunity in this innings, but it will not count for many. This was a really good piece of cricket from the Windies. First, Roston Chase pushing Joe Root back, and then Darren Bravo being well aware in first slip. Sharp catch, an important wicket for the Windies. Just on the stroke of drinks. Joe Root has gone for 22. It's 167 for 4.
And now Joss Butler joins Ben Stokes. Beats the outside edge again. That's where the threat is off Roston Chase. 173 for 4.
Well, he is looking to beat the batsman on the outside edge. It's a non-spinning pitch. He bowls it quickly. And slips always in the game. We saw that with Joe Root. England continue to play for the spin.
Didn't quite time it, but he will pick up 4. It was stopped, but Shimron Hetmeyer out in the deep couldn't prevent it from going over the rope.
Not a full-blooded hook, this is more of a pull. A ball that's banged in that doesn't get too high.
Good shot. Bumble mentioned that was 20 overs away from the second new ball, means that this ball is 60 overs old, so there isn't quite that same bounce and kick off the pitch that did for Butler in the first innings.
You get that sort of delivery occasionally. You call that really, the coaches will say it's a nothing delivery. It just sits up nicely outside off stump and you can climb in. Wants to be fuller than that.
Stokes skips down and effortlessly pops Chase over mid-on for 4.
I think that's quite sensible from England, just to ask a question of this occasional off spinner. Just try and take the game to him a bit and make him mix up his length, make him think about his length.
Again, offside this time. Lovely shape to the shot.
I'm not biting. Like this, against an occasional off spinner, you let them bowl forever, they'll just keep getting more confident. Take the game to him. Give him a little bit more to think about.
Gone fine, it'll go for 4, I think.
A shot that he plays with a pivot.
Wonder what Nixon McLean's brothers were called.
It must be something to do with presidents.
Yeah, exactly. One was called Reagan, I think. One was called Kissinger, not a president, but a famous US politician. Lovely shot from Butler. Ball just started to angle in at him. Make sure he got his feet out of the way, and the bat came through very straight. 204 for 4.
Punchy shot from Josh Butler. Partnership is 37 and 45.
That's a poor ball from Roston Chase, who switched ends. Butler has helped himself to a boundary. Through him. He's given straight away. It wasn't a massive appeal from West Indies, but you don't have to sing about it. A polite appeal will suffice. And he's been given. Looking upstairs.
Flat line. Okay, I'm satisfied. There's no bat involved. You can go to the ball tracking. No bat involved, Chris. Ball tracking is coming up. Impact in line. And wicket sitting. You can go to the on-field umpire. You can make your decision. Well done, Chris.
Massive wicket for West Indies. About 10 minutes until the tea break. That was the line Michael Afton was talking about, where Stokes has on occasion struggled against the off spin. The change of ends for Chase has worked, and England are 5 down. Stokes made 34, 215 for 5. Oh, into Jason Holder's hands. That's an appalling way to end the session. A bad shot from Moeen Ali. He goes for a pair. England lose their 6th wicket on the stroke of tea.
Excellent for Roston Chase. 4 wickets for him now. A big part of this bowling lineup. And he's proven to be good value again. That is terrible. That's a poor shot. Yes, the ball has bounced. You expect that from Roston Chase. But so close to tee, he could have let that go, Moeen Ali. He goes without scoring again in the match. 217 now for 6. The end in sight. Wonderful session again for the West Indies. They got a wicket which signaled lunch earlier today, and now they get another wicket which signals tea. So England would have talked about losing wickets close to a break or after, just after the break. All teams talk about it, and they're guilty big time of it. He can't believe it. 4 wickets in the session. At tea, England reduced to 217 for 6. Burns top scoring with 84 so far in the innings. A good opening partnership, but then Bairstow, Root and Stokes getting starts. No one able to carry on, and 25 not out to Jos Buttler. The leading wicket-taker for the Windies, Roston Chase, with 4 for 50. A very handy all-round player, getting bounce and a little bit of spin here at Kensington Oval. And it just pushed England deeper into the mire. They're still trailing by 411.
Ben Foakes, the wicket-keeper batsman, is in at number 8. Played well in Sri Lanka, and that's why his average at the moment is excellent. Small sample size, but England will need their 2 wicket-keeper batsmen who are at the crease to bat long.
Get him!
Oh, has that been taken? What a grab that is. It's Campbell at mid-wicket. It's 5 for Chase. And the West Indies are on the verge of a famous victory here.
Just what they needed. Nice and early in this session. His ability to time the ball, letting him down there, just timed this one too well. Jos Buttler. And look at this catch. Brilliant stuff from Campbell.
Wow, what a grab that is. The dangerous Jos Buttler goes for 26. Another batter getting in and getting out. It's 218 for 7. That will go away for 4.
Well, he's going to play his natural game, Sam Curran.
He's always been quick on that pull. And Gabriel is sharp, but Foakes was excellent, got into position quickly.
Got everything right there.
Good fielding. They've been very sharp in the field, very disciplined, the West Indies. 228 for 7. Oh, it's gone. What a catch that is. I said the fielding has been exceptional. What a grab that is. England are finding ways of getting out. Chase now has 6.
Just as talking about forward short leg. Just have a look at this. Just sticks, doesn't it? When it's your day, it's your day. Hetmeyer takes a catch. Ruston Chase. He's got 6. And Ben Foakes goes for 5. England now 228 for 8.
Toe end of the bat, but he'll go away for 4. Nicely played.
This is a risky run when you're bowling too short and too wide. There's no cover through that mid-on area. Did the right thing, Curran. Didn't try to hit it too square. Got some good bat on it too.
Flicked away beautifully, but there's a man out there. Will he step over? He does, but comes back in. 7 wickets now for Chase. That was a good bit of fielding, and Rashid has found and picked out the fielder perfectly.
Well, we knew he wasn't planning to hang around, that he's going to play some shots, Rashid, and pick the wrong ball and the wrong man.
Still is in. Ball is in the air. Yeah, I'm satisfied. Yeah, you can load out on the big screen. Load out.
Well, the third umpire just wanted to check that soft signal on the field was out, and it has been given out by the third umpire. Rashid goes. It's 2:34 for 9.
That's struck away handily before by Jimmy Anderson.
Well, that probably wouldn't disappoint West Indies, I wouldn't have thought. There's a bit of grass on the pitch, because from what we've seen in this game, we've certainly got the quickest bowler in the match, Gabriel. They wouldn't want to change the balance of their side, which is 4 seamers and a spinner. Anderson showing all his tricks. Got 1 review left, Jason Holder, and he's going to use it up.
Move forward. Can you rock and roll back? Can you rock back? Rock back. Rock back. Okay, now you can come up. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing there. No conclusive evidence that the ball has touched the bat or glove. Can you rock and roll again once more for me to confirm that? I need to have the conclusive evidence. Yeah. Ball is just past the bat. Now, yeah, no. Okay, flat line. Okay. I don't have any conclusive evidence to tell you that the ball has touched the glove or the bat. You can go to the LBW. No bat involved. No bat involved. Yeah, you can go to the LBW. It's over 2.5 and stay with the umpire's call. Rod, you can stay with your original decision, not out. You're on the screen now, make your decision. It's stay with your original decision, Rod. Stay with your original decision. Well done.
Well, that'll go.
Sam Curran has won every test match that he's played so far in his short career. But that winning run we're brought to an end here in Bridgetown. Shea Hope down the leg side, a fitting way to end this test match. A moment of brilliance from West Indies standing wicketkeeper, and Roston Chase figures of 8 for 60 in 21.4 overs as West Indies hammer England within 4 days here in Bridgetown.
Jason Holder's mother is ecstatic. These are the West Indies. They've started this series on a high note.
It's a notable victory, this, for Jason Holder's young team. It's West Indies' 3rd biggest win in test matches, by runs that is. Biggest ever margin in the Caribbean, and written off in some quarters against a team that is higher than them in the rankings. It's been a completely one-sided test match. Thoroughly deserved their victory, played some exceptional cricket throughout, and they will go to Antigua 1-0 up.
An amazing victory for the West Indies, bowling out England for 246. England would be bitterly disappointed. No hundreds in the test match. The highest score, 84 by Burns, and number of starts for players down to Jos Buttler, but certainly not at their best with the bat in this game. Great credit to the Windies, and Roston Chase with his test best bowling figures will feel mighty proud. 8 for 60 from 21.4 overs, leading the charge for the men in maroon. With all those good performances by Roach, by Chase, by Dowrich, the Player of the Match award went rightly to the captain, Jason Holder. A couple of wickets and a double 100 batting down the order. Just a reconfirmation of how the match played out after Holder won the toss and took the brave decision to bat first. 289 to the Windies. England rolled over for 77. Then the Windies, 415 for 6 declared, and that set up too big a margin for England to chase. They were bowled out for 246, and the Windies winning by their 3rd largest margin in terms of runs, 381 of them. Hope you've enjoyed all the action from Kensington Oval. We look forward to your company next time. Bye for now.